10
Radiant
seconds
team
remaining.
ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Alright, so welcome back
seconds
to... So this is the third game, Agility Gaming versus Crit
5
Gaming.
seconds remaining.
So earlier it's turn of events, right? I mean, I think the only problem really earlier, there has been many mistakes made, especially the Crit Gaming team.
Dire team
Like
pick.
when they try to push the tower, they overextend, they chase the hero, they want to kill, and then turns out towers are hitting them, and then there's a hero behind omni slashing. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in that game, right? And these are the mistakes that needs to be avoided, because
10
these would
seconds
really
remaining.
create a huge impact and throw out the game. Like the
5
cogs
seconds.
hitting his allies, and then Juggernaut is actually turning inside, and is just using the blade fury, and they're trapped inside a cog. Like, these types of plays needs to be avoided. You have to be more objective in getting the kills. So Agility Cafe would actually pick
10 seconds
the
remaining.
Night Stalker. So interesting pick. I haven't really seen Night
5
Stalker
seconds remaining.
in this game since the semifinals between GC versus Crit. So this is the first time I see Night Stalker being used in the game. So Night Stalker is really good position number 4 into the game. So then Crit Gaming for the meantime would actually try to go with the dragon, twin-headed dragon. So we've seen that dragon actually was banned earlier by Agility Gaming Cafe, but now they're actually giving that out to Crit. So I haven't really seen Crit use that hero, so we'll see more about that in this game. And so this Crit Gaming, I mean, interesting bans, right? I mean, still the same bans as earlier. They ban Omni Knight, they ban Tidehunter, they ban Nyx.
Disruptor.
They ban Silencer, Kunkka, and Viper. So interesting ban from Agility Cafe is actually Silencer. I mean, why would they ban Silencer? There could be, I mean, that can actually give an idea about the Crit Gaming team. It will give them like an
10
idea about
seconds
what
remaining.
would be the possible heroes of the
5
of
seconds
Agility. I mean,
remaining.
if they ban Silencer, there could be something that they're up, that they're up into. Could be that they are planning about getting some heroes with like powerful skills, something like that. But we don't really know. But I think they already have plans about what to pick in this third game. So it's sad to say, but it
Radiant team
looks
ban.
like the first game is just like a warm up, and then the second game is like showing how serious they are. So we actually have 2 Divine players in this tournament. So Sed, a Divine player, and
Dire
Virus,
team ban.
who is also a Divine player. So I think everything is actually matched up as of now. We have Guardian, we have Guardian, we have Legend, and we have also
10
Divine.
seconds
So
remaining.
these
Radiant team
teams are
ban.
actually pretty much meant to face in the grand finals, and this is where they at right now. So we'll see more about these folks and see who is the best among the best.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm dying, being picked
5
by
seconds remaining.
Crit Gaming.
Dire team ban.
Alright, so Void is banned as well. And Medusa is banned. I think they really have to. They might ban
10
Usa
seconds remaining.
or Juggernaut. They've been
5 seconds
like
remaining.
facing Juggernaut for ends.
Radiant team
So, okay, so they actually banned Shadow Fiend. I don't think Shadow Fiend is actually. I mean, the only problem earlier is that they don't really have that vision to see where Shadow Fiend is, and that's how he loses the game. So, I think it's the only problem. But, you know, Shadow Fiend is. Banning Shadow. I mean, I don't really feel
10
Shadow Fiend
seconds
earlier
remaining.
in the game. It's more about Orsa making
Dire
those
team
plays, jumping and make sure that everything is set for them to be ready. So there goes Jog. It's being picked again. So it's gonna be Ezreal's gonna be using it. So as I said, he could have banned that hero. It's pretty much. I'm so sure about it. They will pick that. It was so successful earlier, and they will
10
do it
seconds
again.
remaining.
So, I'm not so sure if they're still gonna
5
go bottom
seconds
lane though.
remaining.
I think it's gonna be top or bottom. Depends. Alright, so I think there's still one more hero here that's not bad. I mean, Zed can actually go with Razor, but I think right now he's actually not so sure about the hero to go with that. So still waiting for what hero he will be using, and for the meantime, Undying. Okay, so they're still thinking what would be the best. Okay, so Windrunner, yeah, it's actually a good choice. I think Windrunner would actually go off lane at this game. Yeah, it could be off lane. Not sure.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Earth Shaker.
Shit.
Ten seconds remaining.
Oh my God,
5
my
seconds
face.
team ban.
Vengeful spirits.
Ten seconds remaining.
Alright, so Vengeful Spirit, so the supports.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, I think we now have a clear understanding of what these lineup is. So, Dragon Knight, I mean, Jakiro, Vengeful, both supports, Undying would go off lane. Winter might be mid, and then the last pick would be the core, the core player. Earthshaker, interesting lineup. Again, this is more about Undying, so
Dire
that's why
team
they picked Earthshaker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, so last pick. So one more core. Who would it be? We don't know yet. Who would that be? Waiting for love, waiting for love to come around. They're actually like using all their
Radiant team
time.
pick.
Alright. Okay, so interesting lineup. So I think carry, yeah, I think Windwinder would actually go mid. Visual is going into a more of a carry role. So yes, Zed is actually going with the Vengeful Spirit, Rafa with the Invoker, Beerus with Earthshaker, Ezra with Juggernaut, Kim with Disruptor, and Ja with the Night Stalker. Now for the Quick Game team, it's Luke with the Enigma, Zed with the Vengeful, QMMP with Wind Ranger, Lewis with the Undying, and Zed going. Oh, interesting. Did they just switch role? That's really wonderful.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so we are now into the later stage. So, Zerk actually has one more, and Ezra is now trying to get runes button, and Lewis here trying to. So, Zed is, yeah, it's actually Zed. I'm not sure how the D swapped earlier, but it's weird. So, Venge as a carry, so
30 seconds to
it's
battle.
actually interesting. It's interesting. I haven't really seen that being done before, but I'd say it's an interesting pick. Alright, so still trying to contest that. No, they won't actually hit. They might end up dying here. And Zed would actually, good rotation by Lewis, and still Rafa get the rune, so it's still 2 for 2 runes. So there's no really deep. I don't know how Rafa actually get that. Body block by Ja, assisting Rafa in the mid lane. So we'll see. It's still nice. That's exciting. That's the mid lane stuff. I don't know, it's. Hey. Oh, it's kills. So last hits, 2 MMP. Doing so good. And roughly. Great. Trying to maintain that safe distance instead of it going too near. And I said, farming's so good as well. So I think it's good. So yes, you can see.
I don't think so. And
now QMMP. Alright. Alright, so Beer's actually doing some great job getting this last hits at the bottom lane.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
And
Yes.
Sid is actually getting some good stacks of creeps. The only problem here is that the damage that he has is not really that enough. So I think he might go, and it seems like he would go into the rotation. It's gonna be a kill here. There's a huge possibility. Yes, first blood from Lewis, and Ja would actually go for the chase, and Tough failed to do. So it's a waste of TP, I would say. I mean, that rotation didn't really do anything good. I mean, it's a 1-for-1 for a trade. So I mean, it's in favor of Lucas to get first blood, but still. And Beerus instead of trying to be more aggressive here, I think he's going for okay, looks like they're gonna go with the Aquila. It's so he would go for the ring of Aquila. Alright, Tough trying to go top lane, and he'll be spotted by Ja. He's really aware that the Tough has a double damage, but then Rafat's rotation would actually help. Ja still has that void. You might be able to catch Tough, but no, Tough is actually doing some rotation. Won't be spotted, I think. So yeah, Tough can't really be spotted. Okay, interesting. Alright, so he doesn't have wards though, so I thought he was gonna plant wards, but Night Stalker does have them, and he will plant that to spot Enigma most probably. Yes, he will. He would now have a clear vision of Enigma. Now, for the meantime, Tough would go top, and just trying to rotate, trying to watch the enemies. And, so this is the vision of the Radiance. Okay, so there goes the rotation again. Kim and Ja trying to get a kill, but it's already too late. I think. Look, doesn't have a first kill, so they won't be able to get that kill. And Ja, for the meantime, is actually being chased by Lewis, and Ja would actually just use the second skill and would TP. No, he won't, and he might, yes, he will end up dying. Q&P with the kill, 2-1. So pretty much this game is slow pace, you know, we would see them trying to be more careful. Unlike earlier, like they went so aggressive and then losing. But now that's a good kill. Beerus would actually be killed by Tough. Now Ja, for the meantime, trying to be more aggressive, but that won't do anything. And still, the farm of Ezra is still going so strong. 5 minutes in, he now has the Facebooks and going for the early Battle Fury. For the meantime, still farming for the Hand of Midas. Man instead, he now has the Power Treads. And Beerus trying to be careful here, casting freeze, trying to so they can't really see him. That's good. So that's the plan here. So I think, yeah, so Ja would actually try to contest the room, but Lewis is actually there, and get it so easy. So 1 versus 3. There are now 3 kills in favor of the Quick Game, but they also have to be more careful about Ezra. Ezra is actually getting some good farm. I think he now has a Ring of Health. It could be in the courier or probably in the.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh
attack.
shit! That's actually their courier that the going to die. Yes, he does have Ring of Health, so he is getting some good health regen from this ring, so pretty much easy for him to, and another rotation on top. I think he will actually go with the cities, and he won't. Now for the meantime, in between Invoker and Windbringer is actually doing great. and another deny from Rafa. It's really doing some sick tips. I mean, some denies and so it's pretty good. And for the meantime, we will not be able to spot that, but Ed Shaker would actually die. In return, Tough would be killed as well by Rafak with that Sunstrike. So, Sedi, okay, another kill as well from okay, Ezra actually just gets some kill from crit. Look, I haven't really seen that much, but and said farming style. And we're still free farming. 65 last sets out of 26 denies. So doing some great job in there. But for the meantime, said still farming this top lane. Not really much farm as compared to Jug, but he's doing her best though. I think you should also deny the clips because that's where you get the experience. Now Invoker for the meantime, and A would actually hit, so he has a core charge of decay, and I think we're going to more decay now. I think Ondoy in the still position. So right now HP is 800. Decay, yeah, good. Cannot do decay. Okay.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And there you go. So, Virus, another initiation here from Seti and Tough, and that would kill Virus again. But Glimpse would actually hit to Sed, and Sed would be trapped inside, but would still be able to come out. And he does have a 6 charges, and it seems like that he's still going for more. Sid would be able to get another kill, but Earthshaker is actually respawning. I wonder where would we go, but no, it's too late. I think the Rafat could have hit the Sunstrike while Sid is actually blocking, not when, you know. I mean, when they're still trying to kill Earthshaker, there's a bit of a delay, you know? So Beerus is actually being raped top. Straight up. And the Midas is now done for Luke, so Luke can now actually farm more. There's still wards for Radiant though, but that didn't really affect them. I think it's Rage's ward. Yeah, it's the Rage ward. So the ward just expired. And words actually expired.
Invisibility.
Alright, so in terms of current gold, 1k lead in favor of the Agility Gaming. So let's see, that's in the net worth is leading. So net worth, Juggernaut is leading actually with 6,000. And he is actually now done building Battle Fury. So it's a 10-minute Battle Fury for your Juggernaut. So what a fast farm indeed. So you really have to, I mean, the Dire team really have to be careful here. I mean, the Juggernaut is actually getting good farms, and actually look at that. It's actually just gonna go straight, go with the race, and that will be another kill. And just like that. You would try, I mean, but I think they would be more aggressive now. They would actually get the kill. And Luke might die in here as well. Yes, he will. So Ezra with the Juggernaut is so unstoppable. But there goes top again, getting another kill. And Night Stalker will be killed again by Seti. Seti, I think he's going for a Dragon Lance in here. So Seti, in terms of kills and towers, Seti's actually doing fine. You're able to do more push top. And QMMP for now is actually still trying to contest with the farm. So he's the real net worth. So second in terms of net worth, it's actually Seti. It's fun. Interesting item choice here by Raphael would actually go with Handle Midas. And let's start farming. So he's going for an early Aghanim Scepter, so they're way focused on the combination about the hero. So once they get the opportunity to you know, initiate a team fight, Invoker is pretty much scary once he has the Aghanim Scepter. So I think that's what he's doing right now. But for the meantime, Toph is actually is now dewarding. So focusing on the wards, you do have a vision now on the high grounds. So I think the next target here would be the mid lane. So the only problem is that they don't really have vision around here, so it's gonna be hard to spot where the enemy's at. So stacks are now working. This is actually what's missing in the semifinals. Like they have like GC Gaming just have Medusa, but they lack in terms of stacking crypts. That's why it's too late when Medusa gets his item. Something that could have been a huge help. But at this game, Agility Gaming doing some great job stacking all the ancients, making sure that the cores are actually getting more farms. So I think it's going to be given to Juggernaut. And Limbs will be able to catch VMP. No, he won't. So VMP will actually be able to go out. But for the meantime, that's a fat Juggernaut right there, and he's now with Yasha for 13 minutes. And the fact that there is a set of stacks in here, that's going to be a huge problem. I think he's actually going now to get the stacks. Yes, he is. So for the meantime, I think Kim would actually go and get the experience as well. So they will share with the experience. So they're still waiting. I think one more stacks is what they're aiming for. So we'll wait for that. And yes, they are aiming for more stacks coming from this ancient camp. And there goes another. And look at that. Look at how much gold he's earning.
Gold remains.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Right, Juggernaut is actually in dagger, and they're aiming for more kills, but the top wouldn't really hit the ice path. I'm sorry, that wouldn't hit anyone, and Jug would be able to escape freely. Now, for the meantime, Dragonlance is with said QMMP trying to position itself. And I think they're aiming for Invoker, and there goes the Invoker with the silence, but no, that's actually fearless. Invoker would be able to escape. Look at that. And okay, well, actually, that's in. Invoker actually is able to escape. I think they did some black hole and then Invoker escape. He was able to release the Kia's Nature and the Defending Blast, and that actually killed him. Everyone was actually hit by the Kia's Nature, and that just killed them all. So that's so unfortunate. That could have been a good gank, but it hits them and they're not able to do anything. Now Juggernaut, for the meantime, free farming, and actually is choosing. He's not really afraid of anyone right now. Look at how fast he farmed. He's now going for a Diffusal Blade.
Mega kill.
Alright, there. They're just getting some good farms and initiations right now. It's gonna be hard for them to get. Look at that perfect fence. Look at that. I mean, what can stop that now? Pretty much they're getting reach advantage.
We're still alive. I'd still be shooting.
Yes.
Double kill. Dire's middle tower is under
John
attack.
might end up dying in here as well.
Killing spree. Triple kill.
QMMP with triple kill. So he would be able to kill Earthshaker and Night Stalker as well as Disruptor. So it's good kills, but not really a good trade. Like your cores die.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they're trying to go bottom lane. Juggernaut test have the piece of blade ready, and the bottom lane tower is actually so fresh. No damage being taken whatsoever. Now it does have. Still doing a good jump. And for the meantime, Lewis eating the Omni Slash alone, he would actually die so easy. What a game indeed. And Ja is just trying to scout the river. And we have good visions here. We have good visions everywhere in the high grounds. And we are ready to go with any clash. And there goes Ja would be spotted, but there goes the glimpse and the disruptor, the static storm, and that would actually catch 2 people, and instead might end up dying in here. Another kill from Ezra, and that's gonna be godlike. And there goes the Diesel Blade being in effect of Luke, and Luke would actually die as well, so it's an easy game. Ezra getting some good farms, good net worth. QMP tried to contest, but I don't think he can still do something here. I think there's nothing really he can do. No. And that's another stun. For the meantime, QMP trying to run, but no third skill, and he will actually die as well. What a game. What an initiation. I mean, this Earthshaker is really a team player. Like, he's actually the one to create the plays and making sure that his allies actually get some good space in terms of getting his kills. And for the meantime, another rotation. Ezra would try to go and contest, but the black hole was actually cancelled. I'm not sure how was it cancelled. I didn't even stun. That is so weird. That black hole actually failed. Now Earthshaker is still high ground, so they can't really push that hard. You know Earthshaker is there and they can get killed if they really go. So I think they're going Ocean. No, they won't. So just trying to prolong the fight. And I don't really think there's still something that they can do now. I mean, this Juggernaut is just way too fast. Like, look at that. He's going, his next items would be Black King Bar. Yes, and said is QMMP aiming for it to get the dagger, and said has some Mask of Madness. I think it's actually going for it. It could be Yasha or I don't think he's for that. I don't think he's I think it's Yasha or something. And Ezra just pushing every lane, getting some good farms. Somebody actually just wait.
Every coin helps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Battle Fury!
Own it!
Alright, so pushing.
Radiant's bottom tower.
One slash from Ezra, and that will hit. Tough, and Tough would actually die. And said for the meantime trying to rotate. Oh, what the? There goes. So, chat. QMP would die as well now. Said trying to run, but no, there's no escaping. He would die as well.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Everything is actually going into the Raven team this time. Like the black hole being cancelled. Like, I mean, I'm not really so sure about how this how is this good as an initiation, right? I mean, you get black hole, and then black hole, and there goes the. I think they followed it with Ice Path. It could be Decay with the Tombstone. But there's not really much damage in that one, and the thing is, the combination that they're thinking is easily being countered by the Disruptor. Disruptor actually just simply go with and play Static Storm Kinetic Field in front of 3 players, and that's it. There's nothing that they can do. They're so silent. I mean, they're silenced. There's no skill that they can release, and that's it. They lose every team fight, every big team fight. They actually lose it. And Ezra just going in using the Omni Slash. I mean, this is really a huge problem that the Great Gaming team is actually facing. And now they have the huge advantage. So Ezra does now have the Aegis of the Immortal. So they are now going against the Great Gaming. I think this is going to be the final push. Could be. So most probably has actually a different plan. So they will push mid, but at the same time they would actually go into the bottom lane and would actually destroy the bottom tower. So and then prepare for the GG push, I think. So pretty strong items in line for Juggernaut. It's actually going for the Manta style. So we are now going to push the bottom lane. Try to be more careful here. So Ezra getting the tower. He does have the silence and wards being planted already by the Quick Gaming, so they know who is there and what's going to happen. So this is the moment they are just trying to be more prepared. Black Hole is available, but they have to make sure that they get the key hero, especially Earthshaker. Earthshaker, if you get Black Hole 4 heroes, Earthshaker is available. Earthshaker basically just stun and that's it. He will be cancelled. But this time we have clear vision right now of what's going on. So Luke is actually trying to prepare for a set in here, trying to make sure that he gets everyone in a Black Hole. But right now, look at that rotation. And they know that there's wards in there, so it will be easily be warded. And in the meantime, they're trying to be more careful. There goes okay, so they actually spotted Luke, and there goes your only stash. He might die in here without even releasing the Black Hole. And there goes Sid. Sid was is still being chased, glimpsed back, and he will be tailed by the Juggernaut. Raphat actually killed him. And there goes the initiation. I mean, there's really nothing that they can do. Oh, how did he die? Okay, so Juggernaut wanting as much as possible, but he does have Aegis and he would still be able to come back. There goes the Black Hole. Be careful about it. Yes, there is the Black Hole, so it's a one-man Black Hole from Enigma. Not really gonna hit the Night Stalker, and for the meantime, Tough trying to do some assistance as much as possible. They're still chasing Q and MP, so Q and MP needs to be careful. Your dagger would be online, and there goes the second skill, and there he will be killed as well. Diffusal, then dying, being diffused by Ezra, and Ezra would actually just get this kill. Double kill from Ezra, one more kill left, and I think Luke would also be killed. I think they were just actually trying to play this game because they know that it's GG pretty much. I mean, in terms of the care, I mean, Juggernaut is too fat right now. I don't think there's anything that they can do about that. He's just so fat, man. And I think that's it, man. Like, they're actually even pushing tower. Look at that. Course, I mean, it's support in offlane versus Habitual Spirit, and they actually killed it. So I think it's GG, so 1 against 2, but yes, it is GG. So 1-2 in favor of Agility Gaming, so we are going to our 4th match. So this is going to be a deciding match. If Agility Gaming wins this game, then we will proceed. They will be the champion, but if not, then we'll go with the deciding match. Game number 5 for the tournament.